Thank you.
Yes, Ms. Howley.
My name is Kathleen Howley, and I have a child in the Canton school system. Recently, there was a gun threat in the middle school, a real threat posted on TikTok that was thwarted only by chance. And rather than handle it in an open and responsible way, the school system covered it up by sending an email so vague that most parents missed the point entirely. I know there are privacy concerns about a minor. I imagine that might be why you decided not to provide any information, and perhaps you also wanted to avoid public scrutiny. But you seem to have forgotten that beyond this one student and beyond yourselves, there are the rights of more than 3,000 other students to consider and their families. I also imagine you might suggest that concealing information about a threat avoids copycats. Instead, you have encouraged them. Without giving parents any official information to go on, with rumors making the rounds in the school as they always do, the children have come to their own conclusions. They simply lack the information about consequences, which is an important deterrent. They're also left to wonder about their own safety, including whether the child will be readmitted to the school, and if so, whether it will be safe. You put them in that position, wondering. No one wants or expects any personal details about the child to be made public, but we expect you to tell us clearly what happened and what specifically has been done to address it. Here's a partial list of the things you could have told us. What happened to that gun? Was the house searched to see if there were other guns? What type of gun was it? There's a rumor it might have been an airsoft gun, which would mean children would only risk being blinded or maimed. And since most pellet shooting airsoft guns look exactly like bullet shooting guns, they would have PTSD level trauma. Regardless, parents would like to know that detail. Instead, your only communication was an email with the subject line, safety update, with a vague message about an unnamed situation. The word gun wasn't used, nor was the word weapon. I'm sure the decision to be so vague wasn't made at the principal level. I got more information from a recent safety update about a medical emergency at my child's school. It conveyed details without citing a name on them or the medical issue. Your failure to convey information doesn't mean the information hasn't gotten out. Most of us now have seen the TikTok video. It has the words locked and loaded and the words see you all in hell tomorrow. The vague email contained assurances that the Canton police had handled the unnamed situation. As you know, many residents have little trust in the police after several high-profile mistakes in the last few years, and the department is resistant to any independent assessment that might restore trust. It's public record that the DOJ and the FBI are investigating the police response to the Canton murder of a police officer. A man with grandkids in the middle school told me he called the police chief to try to get some answers and was told just to trust. He said to me, there is no trust. I've heard that the person who made the threat has been bullied. We know our schools have a serious bullying problem, and we know the system has failed many parents who try to protect their children. The same conditions that led to this boy's threat of shooting up the school still exist in both our schools and the buses. What are you doing to prevent a reoccurrence? We need a policy to address extreme bullies, and we need someone on the staff advocating for parents, similar to an ombudsman, so that the children of parents who don't know how to speak the language of school bureaucrats don't fall through the cracks. And we need to talk plainly about preventing school shootings instead of just practicing our response to them. Did you know that the Sandy Hook Parents Group has a Say Something program? In 9 out of 10 school shootings, the child tells someone ahead of time, usually another child. Right now, this week, is Say Something Week. Why aren't we participating? Parents and taxpayers deserve better than this. We are paying for the schools, and it's not cheap. In 2022, Derek Folan, our superintendent, was the highest paid employee in Canton with an annual salary of nearly $200,000. In the weeks following the school shooting threat, you voted to renew his contract, which I assume included a raise. That seems tone deaf. I want to end by saying that I hope you had the opportunity to see the middle school's performance of Matilda this weekend. It was amazing. One of the songs was particularly touching, especially given the recent gun threat at the same school. The lyrics said, "When I grow up, I want to be tall enough to reach the branches. And when I grow up, I want to be brave enough to fight the creatures that you have to fight beneath the bed." I want to say to any parent and any taxpayer listening, this is our school system and these are our children. Our children think we are brave. Let's try to live up to that and speak out to protect them and demand the information we need as parents to make informed decisions about their safety. Thank you very much.
Thank you.